high definition, you're watching Game Night.
And good evening and welcome to Game Night. And what a matchup it was set to be at Lake Travis. Cavaliers, of course, three-time defending 4A champs, a 48-game win streak against Alito. They won also in Class 4A. They won the Division II state title last year, but before the game, we found out that Lake Travis was shorthanded. We already knew they lost Connor Floyd, their outstanding receiver in the opener against Westlake. And then last week, Michael Brewer, their fine quarterback, suffered a shoulder injury. A lot of speculation. Would he play? Wouldn't he play? Well, it turns out Brewer did not play. So Lake Travis, as we mentioned, going in there without a couple of their huge weapons. But nevertheless, they were hanging tough. Colin Lagasse going up top to Griffin Gilbert. Nice catch right there, and that will set up Stephen Pyle. Pyle with the 27-yard field goal, and Lake Travis has a 3-0 lead. Alito features one of the best backs in the nation, and he's just a junior in Jonathan Gray, unofficially about 140 yards on the ground for Gray. But that Lake Travis defense, boy, they came to play. Omar Duke Tinson with the interception right there. They were pitching a shutout. Defense certainly inspired to help out the offense. And Lagasse up top to Gilbert. And look at that. It is 10-0 Lake Travis. But before the half, Alito gets it going. Their quarterback, Matt Bishop, going up top to Todd Christian with 1:36 to go. That cut it to 10-7. Alito scores once in the fourth, and that's enough. Tough way for the streak to end for Michael Brewer and Lake Travis. 14-7 is your final score. Alito is a winner. So that does it. That Lake Travis win streak was amazing. You have to go back to September of 07. The last time Lake Travis lost, that was to Westlake. After the ball game, the Lake Travis fans giving their players a standing ovation. Now, another tough one, another non-district game at Kerrville-Tivy next week. At last check, Tivy was beating up on Cibolo Steel. Lake Travis in 2 weeks will open district play with Dripping Springs. All right, time to go north now. Brian Sanders joins us from New Stadium up at the Cedar Park Leander ball game tonight. Brian, back to a non-district brawl between these two rivals.
Yeah, Roger, this game just now in the closing seconds, it's a matchup that's normally reserved for the regular season finale, but because of realignment, Cedar Park and Leander keeping the rivalry alive in non-district and on the Timberwolves' new home turf nonetheless. Let's take you to Gupton Stadium tonight, where Cedar Park now in 4A coming into the game unbeaten. Meanwhile, Leander looking for their first win, still in 5A, hoping to pick on the smaller school, but the Timberwolves had other plans. Brian Hogan picking his way down inside the 5 on the keeper. He would finish off the drive, punching it in from short yardage. It was 7-0 Timberwolves. Leander, meanwhile, only able to manage a couple of field goals in the first half, courtesy of Damian Gonzalez, but the Timberwolves kept their foot on the gas. Hogan lethal on the ground and through the air, hooks up with Dylan Cox twice for scores. Cox, nice diving catch to secure the ball for the touchdown, and Cedar Park throttles their crosstown rival tonight 42-6 to remain unbeaten on the season. All right, take you over to Round Rock ISD. Special dedication tonight, renaming it the Kelly Reeves Complex in honor of the former athletic director who lost his battle with cancer in 2009. Also helped establish Westwood High School in '82. Warriors hosting Austin High in their home opener. Neither team could move the ball in the first half, or at least had trouble, and when they did, Gibson Mitchell really thought he had a touchdown. Instead, it's called back for holding. Anthony Wood did not like that call, but he dials up a very similar play 2 downs later, and this time they make it work. Ben Johnson to Kyle Jacobson for the score. Warriors in front. They shut out the Maroons in the first half after Austin High had 66 in their game last week. They have since found the end zone. It's tied 14-14 late in that game. Very interesting note for Austin High. Their talented receiver, Caleb Jones, who also plays receiver, was injured on a defensive play and had to be taken out of the game and spent the better part of the first half on the sideline with his right arm on ice. So hopefully he won't be out for too long, or that could be devastating for Austin High. They're tied at 14. Again, Cedar Park, big win tonight, 42-6 over Leander. Roger?
All right, thanks, Brian. Austin High, Cedar Park is our KBVO big game of the week Thursday night. from House Park. Speaking of House Park, we'll stay in 5A. Georgetown and Anderson at the house. Anderson trying to get to 3-0 on the season, and Georgetown, they've split their first two. There's our own Jim Spencer moonlighting in the stripes. Anderson on the drive, Sam Waymeyer to Justin Clark fighting for yardage, and that would set up their fine running back, Devontae DeWitty. DeWitty into the end zone, and Anderson strikes first. But back come the Eagles. They've got one of the best receivers in all of Central Texas. Nick Siason, the quarterback's going to look up and find Cal Spangler. Spangler doing the nice tightrope along the sideline. That sets up Taylor Sachs. This has been a wild one. Anderson is leading it 29-28. They are playing in the fourth quarter. Head over to Burger Stadium. Round Rock and Bowie. Round Rock 0-2 on the year. Bowie has split. Early on, it's the Bulldogs' Cameron Keel to Patrick Moline. But Round Rock found their offense late, and they come back and win this one 22-17. Dragons get their first win of the season. Time now for our KXAN.com Game of the Week. Layla Rahimi live in Hutto. And Layla, this Hutto Hippo team, they've been lighting up the scoreboard the first couple of ball games.
Yeah, 2-0, Roger. The Hippos were averaging 49 points a game, scored 51 in their win against Waco University last week. McCallum, though, not too shabby at 1-1. They were averaging 47 points a game. We had a feeling it was going to be a pretty high-scoring game of the week.
Hi, we're the Hutto Fire Department, and you're watching the Game of the Week. Go Hippos!
9th anniversary of September 11th coming up tomorrow, and it's only fitting that the fire department kicks it off. First quarter, Hippos on their first drive. Xavier Wynn hurdles Knights defenders, turns the Jets on 50 yards to the house, and the Hippos would take a 7-0 lead. Now the Hippos go up 21-0 in the first quarter, but the Knights would fight back. Colton Lusson throws a bomb to Deion Price. He knows he's in at the 20-yard line. Goes the extra distance, 21-7 Hippos, 52 yards on that pass and catch. And this was a high-scoring first quarter. Hippos again. This time, Darren Allian gets the 43-yard touchdown pass to make it 28-7 in just the first quarter. This one, a barn burner right now. The Hippos leading by just a score of 55-42 in the fourth quarter. Hippo defense, though, with a big stop at 4 minutes left. McCallum tried to score, and they cannot on 4th and 4, so it's the Hippos' ball. We'll have to see what happens, though, because this one is pretty close, Roger.
Thanks a lot, Layla. Seems to be the theme for so many games this season. A lot of offense, defense trying to catch up. One of the early surprises this season, Vista Ridge. Raiders are 2-0, which is double their win total last year. They take to the road to play Del Valle, and the Cardinals looking for the win. Early on, it's Matt Gonzalez in the shotgun for Del Valle. He will find Abdo Zainoun for the touchdown. Del Valle opens up a 14-0 lead. Vista Ridge had 4 quick turnovers. They settle down. Kyle Sullivan rolling, and the throwback to the tight end, Jared Morrow, and Vista Ridge comes back to win it 28-21. So they improve to 3-0. Elgin and Taylor, the Ducks, boy, it was loving it a few days ago. Taylor's Chris McFarland running to the house for the touchdown. They open the lead on Elgin, but Elgin comes storming back. Can't hook up on this play, but they are leading it 28-21. They're in the fourth quarter. Wildcats trying to hold on. College Station tonight, Westlake. They lose again. It was a back-and-forth affair with A&M consolidated, but the Chaparrals come up short. 26-21 the final. They're 0-3 heading into their game with Pflugerville. Panthers at last check winning a wild one at home against San Antonio Reagan 40.